SCP-3640 is Escape from the House of Mouse. It's all about Mickey Mouse and other Disney character SCPs, and it is creepy. And guys, before the video starts, I have to apologize. The mic has peaked many times during this episode because I was yelling and I thought I had my audio settings right, but apparently they weren't tweaked for Dr. Bob videos and very loud screams. So I really do apologize. The next one will be better, I promise, I hope. Anyway, guys, this is my Dr. Bob. Make sure to subscribe to him. Subscribe to me if you enjoy reactions, and let's get into this video.
You can never win a fight in Minnie Mouse ears. The girlfriend learns that lesson the hard way in the car driving
Or
through
butt
Florida.
naked in a shower.
No matter how articulate
That's
you
just
are,
another
how
thing.
many
We'll talk about
one-liners
it.
your brain throws together on the spot, or even how right you are. If you are wearing Minnie Mouse ears, you just won't win the argument.
Ha!
You said it was all booked, she yells, throwing her arms in the air and sending drops of iced caramel latte all over the inside of the rental car. He snatches the drink out of her hand and plants it firmly in the cup holder.
Listen.
He yells back at her that it wasn't his fault. How was he supposed to know the payment was declined? You didn't even check for a confirmation email?
Right.
She scowls and crosses her arms.
You traveling
Her
without
boyfriend
confirmation?
glances across at her and laughs.
Check the app, man.
I just can't take you seriously in those, her boyfriend says, pointing at the Minnie Mouse
That's
ears.
true.
She punches the button to wind the window down, rips the ears off of her head, and is about to throw the big black ears out the window. Only, she can't do it.
Why not?
Looking at the little bow, she feels her bottom lip start to tremble.
Aww.
She deflates, feeling the fight go out of her. I'm sorry, she says. I just really wanted to go to Disney World. I know. The pair of them
Man.
drive in silence for a
Stinks
moment.
that she can't go
the
to
fight
Disney.
wasn't really about Disney. None of their fights were ever about what was really wrong. They'd always pick stupid, superficial things and shout
That's
about
how
those,
most couples
but not
are,
say
though.
what was really going wrong deeper down.
Right.
That said, not getting to go to Disney World isn't just a superficial thing to her. Growing
True.
up in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, she was very much used to having to explain to people where she was from. Sleepy Eye, yes, that's its real name. It's near New Ulm, near Mankato, about 2 hours from Minneapolis. If you don't know where Minneapolis is, she can't help you. Anyway, this
That's
trip
like
was
the
her
town
first
I'm
real
from.
adventure. She'd never left Minnesota much before.
You gotta use
The
some
flight
big
down to Florida
landmarks
had
to
been her
explain
first
it.
time on an airplane. All to come to the happiest place on Earth. Only they got to the front gates.
That's
and her
debatable,
boyfriend
bro.
realized his payment had been declined. Did they have the money to buy 2 new tickets on the door? Of course not. They've blown it all on airfares, car rental, airport food, and
How do you not-
a pair of Minnie Mouse ears. I'm sure there are plenty of great things to
I don't
do
understand,
in Florida,
bro.
her boyfriend says, trying to sound optimistic. For free?
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't reply. They just drive
They
on in
nothing
silence.
for free.
Without
Maybe the
a ticket
hotel's
to go
nice.
to Disney World, they have no choice but to spend what little cash they have left on a motel for the night.
You gotta
It
be
takes them
careful
about
out there,
an hour
too.
to get there. The
Oh!
girlfriend gets straight out of the car and into
They
their
didn't
room,
even have
slamming the
travel
door
arrangements
behind
booked?
her. Her boyfriend will just have to take a walk
Wow,
for a bit. There are
dude.
cockroaches in the sink and some questionable stains on the bed, walls, and every flat surface in the room.
Dude.
There is apparently a pool out the back, but she's heard the stories of alligators roaming around this state and is in no mood to roll that dice in a place like this. She opens YouTube on her phone and puts on a horror
Be
video
better
to listen
just
to in the
to,
background. That calms her down. She loves
Sleep
that
in the
kind of thing.
car.
After 20 minutes,
I like
there's
horror
a soft
stuff,
knock
too.
at the door. Looking apologetic as anything, her boyfriend nudges his way into the room, holding a brochure in his hand. She snatches it off him without a word and reads it with as grumpy of an
Pensacola
expression as
Lighthouse.
possible. Spooky self-guided tours in Florida.
Self-guided
Visit the infamously
tours.
haunted Pensacola Lighthouse today to chill your bones in the Florida heat. Explore the scariest spot on the coast for free with a special Disney twist.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Her boyfriend
sounds
does
fun,
know
though,
how to cheer
actually.
her up, but she can't let him know that.
But
She's
I
still
like
supposed
guided
to be in
tours.
trouble.
Just in
But
case,
the following
you know.
night, as the pair of them approach the lighthouse in the pitch darkness, she can't help but crack a smile. With the light at the
She's
top turned
excited.
off and the railing surrounding the
That's
building
good,
stabbing sharply
man. That's
into the air,
good.
the place certainly looks pretty haunted.
Way to turn a bad
the
thing
brochure
into a
tells them
good
that
thing,
the place
you
is a
know?
maritime museum during the day, but is currently closed to the public for maintenance. However, there's a spare key to be found right under... Got it! Her boyfriend
What
straightens
the
up
heck?
proudly and turns to hand her
What
the key
kind
that he
of
retrieved from under the
self-guided
flower
tour
pot.
is this?
She scowls at him to make sure he still knows he's in trouble for not getting them into Disney.
That's
but she
breaking
does
and
secretly
entering.
feel a little glimmer of affection. He's always
That's
been the first behind the
trespassing.
couch during horror movies, so he's clearly trying his best to make it up to her.
Oh, man.
Creaking noise that she was really hoping for doesn't come when she opens
My
the
nephew
door.
closes his
It opens
eyes.
smoothly. Her boyfriend flicks the light switch instinctively.
They got
and the inside
electricity,
of the
though.
museum immediately lights up, showing glass cabinets, old nautical equipment, and a few flags.
Hey!
She groans and switches the lights back
Mickey and
off.
Minnie.
It's not exactly a haunted tour if you just turn all the lights on, but the magic of the room is gone now. They've now seen everything. Nothing lurking in the dark. No shadows, just a boring old museum. They trudge into the next room. There's so much streetlight spilling through the window that they can see practically everything in here as well. It's a recreation of the old lighthouse keeper's bedroom.
He's probably very comfortable in this.
Beds, antique wardrobes, and
She wants to be
clothes from the
scared out
olden
of
days.
mind.
So much for
He
a
just
haunted
like-
lighthouse. This is so lame. The girlfriend groans and switches the light on. Even her boyfriend isn't looking scared by any of this. There's literally nothing to be scared of in here. Can we just go home? Her boyfriend looks apologetic again. He's really tried to salvage this vacation, but
Right.
it just hasn't happened.
I mean-
She can't be too mad at him. You know what? No, she says. Let's at least finish looking around this museum, then we can go. We can just switch on the lights, read the exhibits, and
At least she's
see the
trying to
view from on top of
compromise
the
a little
lighthouse.
bit.
So they do that.
He's just trying to
The pair
do
of
his
them go
best,
back
man.
into
He
the
made
first room
a
and
mistake,
start
even though
reading
it's
through
a
the
really
signs
stupid
under each of the
mistake.
displays. There's a diagram explaining all of the different knots that sailors used to tie. A long paragraph all about how the lighthouse used to burn oil, but now runs on electricity generated by... The girlfriend
Yeah,
yawns.
that's what I was
Without the
about to
adrenaline of
say.
any ghosts, museums are much harder
man.
work in the middle of the night. It isn't even Disney themed like the brochure promised. The
Yeah,
only
all they
Disney
got is
thing
like
in
a
here is
Mickey
that
and a
Mickey
Minnie.
Mouse mascot in the corner. It doesn't even fit with the rest of the museum.
Although-
Just a random costume on a mannequin. It must be almost 7 feet tall. Her boyfriend is staring at it real close. He leans in, examining the material up
The
close
music's
under the
creepy,
bright
too.
museum lights. This thing's weird, he says. I wonder how old it is. Look, the white's all faded, and it's got this fur effect. Crunch! Mickey Mouse chomps into her boyfriend's arm with a ferocious set of teeth.
Bit
Neither
his
of them
arm.
reacts at all, frozen by total disbelief, as Mickey stands there, his huge rat-like fangs embedded in the boyfriend's arm. He yanks it from the
God
cartoon
dang!
character's jaws, blood leaking from the wounds. How can this be happening? Mickey's eyes flick between the two of them. He raises a gloved hand and waves. The boyfriend shrieks, turns on his
That's
heels
creepy.
and runs.
Yeah,
clattering
run
into one
away.
of the exhibits as he goes. He crashes into her, and the wound on his arm hits her in the chest. She looks down, confused at the bloodstain on her shirt, then back at Mickey Mouse. He gives a little shooing motion with his hands. Run. Now it's her turn to scream. She grabs her boyfriend and bundles him out of the room. Mickey was standing right by the
What?
entrance. They're gonna have to hope there's another way out somewhere deeper in the museum.
He's
They run
toying
through
with
room
him,
after
dude.
room, every few steps turning to see Mickey following them. He isn't running at all. He's sauntering along,
Whistling?
arms swinging
Oh my
cartoonishly
god,
around.
that's creepy, dude.
Just like in Steamboat Willie, he's whistling a tune to himself as he goes. That must be the door out
That's
of here.
nightmare
The pair of them
fuel,
crash
dude.
into it and go tumbling into the next room. There's blood everywhere.
Oh
the
my
boyfriend is
gosh.
looking more and more pale by the second.
I guess so. He's
Not
bleeding to
outside,
death.
though. They're in a small circular room with a spiral staircase running up, up, up into darkness.
Up the.
Mickey's whistling is getting louder.
They know where to go when you
Get
go
him
that
a choice
high.
here.
What
The
you gonna do,
girlfriend
jump
jumps
down?
up and hauls her tiring boyfriend to his
I guess
feet.
it's better than
Putting his
nothing.
unwounded arm over her shoulder,
If it's
she
a
half
Titanic,
carries him
Mickey
up the
Mouse is
stairs,
scared.
feeling the metal spiral shudder under them with every step. Halfway up,
Can
she
you
looks back
imagine,
over her
dude?
shoulder. Mickey is standing in the doorway. He waves enthusiastically. Her legs are burning by the time she reaches the top of the lighthouse.
That
Barging open
ain't
the
nothing
door,
for
she throws
adrenaline,
her
baby.
boyfriend rather unceremoniously up onto the balcony around the big light.
He's falling
Panting,
out.
she turns back around to look back down into the darkness below them. Mickey is standing by a big switch on the wall.
Oh, he's gonna turn the light
He
on.
laughs and flips the switch. A big clunking sound comes from the light next to her.
The light's fitting
Very
to turn
slowly at
on.
First, it starts to
Oh,
spin.
it's bad.
The light
You
flickers
can't be
on
around
dimly-
that light.
dimly at first, then gets brighter, faster and faster.
That'll
it spins,
roast you alive,
brighter
man.
and brighter the beam until it's blinding. She raises an arm to shield herself from the piercing light. Against the dark of the night, her eyes can't adjust between light and dark fast enough. She's going blind up here.
Yep.
From below, she hears a heavy footstep on metal.
Uh-oh.
Then another. The whistling starts again
Uh-oh.
as Mickey cheerfully makes his way
This
up
is
to them.
hard, bro.
She glances down at him.
This
He
is
waves
crazy.
happily up at her again. She almost waves back instinctively.
What?
No, now's not the time. She needs to come up with a plan. But her brain just can't do it.
Gosh.
All the horror movies she's watched, all the times where she's screaming at the TV, telling the protagonist what to do. Now that she's in
can't-
one for
she
herself,
has no idea
she's
now.
got nothing.
I don't know
Boy,
what to do either
maybe
in
she
that
does have
situation.
something. A pair of gloved hands appear on the doorframe, gripping the wood tightly. A smiling Mickey
Smash
Mouse
it!
pops his head around the door, blood all over his chin.
God.
He just stays there for a moment, eyes flitting between her and her boyfriend, bleeding out on the floor. He sticks a comically large shoe out from the doorway and steps out onto the gallery to join them.
What is she gonna do?
The light swings around and shines in his face. As soon as it hits him, he bares his teeth, thousands of them, and shrieks in their faces. That's it. The girlfriend runs at him fast as she can. At the last
Throwing
moment,
him off?
she jumps, bends her legs, and with all the force she can
Drop
muster,
kick?
2-foot kicks him in the chest.
Cool!
The giant mascot is really solid. He's so heavy that all of her efforts only just about knocks him off balance.
Oh
It's
no!
enough. Tripping over his own giant shoes, Mickey falls backwards. His back
Into
hits
the
railing,
lighthouse?
and for a second, it looks like he's going to be okay. But his momentum is just too much.
Yay!
His feet fly up into the air as he tips back over it, tumbling down into the darkness.
He's laughing too.
All the way down. Crunch.
Wow!
Mickey lands, impaled on the spiked railings outside the lighthouse.
Ooh!
One of the rails stabs straight through his head. His smile freezes in place.
Dang!
His laughter stops.
My guess.
Her boyfriend is not looking okay.
No.
He's barely conscious now.
You need to
lying
get
in a
him to an
sickeningly large
ambulance.
pool of blood. They need to get him to a hospital fast. Still not recovered from carrying him up the lighthouse stairs, she now has to haul him back down them. The pair leave a red trail all the way through the museum.
God dang,
That's
bro.
the last of her concerns
He's
at this
bleeding a
point.
lot.
Not looking across at Mickey lying dead on the railing, the girlfriend dumps her boyfriend into the passenger seat of the rental car and goes around to the driver's side. She doesn't have a license, but she did a few lessons this year.
Oh,
Should be
yeah.
fine. The roads will be empty.
I mean,
all she needs to do is get
Get
them
him to a hospital, right? Call
Her
911
boyfriend
too.
is groaning in the passenger seat. She starts fishing through his pockets for the keys. She glances up at the mirror. Mickey is still lying on the fence, motionless.
Thank
The door
God.
to the museum is closed, just like how they left it. Or wait, did they leave it open?
Minnie?
She tries the other pocket.
Is
Her
Minnie in the
boyfriend is
back
trying to
seat?
say something. She shushes him. He can tell her later, but he keeps trying.
Minnie's
Raising his
in the back
uninjured
seat.
arm, he points at something on the dashboard.
Or
Her mouse ears. What's the big deal? They've already dealt with Mickey Mouse. No, wait. Not Mickey.
Minnie?
Minnie. Bang! Two
Oh!
large dents appear on the car's roof right above their heads.
She's not in the
girlfriend
car, she's
desperately
on
turns
it.
back to her boyfriend, searching pocket after pocket for these keys. Why does he have so many damn pockets on these shorts? She glances out the window and stops dead still, peering through the glass at her, head upside down as she leans over from the roof.
God,
Minnie
dude.
Mouse waves at her.
It's just as
The gloved
disturbing.
hand stops moving and points at the third pocket down on the left. The girlfriend reaches into it and finds the keys. Minnie gives a big double thumbs up, tilts her head back, and slams it into the glass.
What the
Bang.
heck, dude?
Bang! Again and again, she pounds her forehead
They
on the
are
windshield.
toying with
Glass
him.
sags and fractures into smaller and smaller pieces. The girlfriend doesn't have time to sit and wait, though.
Go,
she
go,
stabs the
go!
keys into the car and starts the engine. Slamming the accelerator to the floor, the car shoots off into the night. Minnie gives her another double thumbs up, winds a hand back, and punches it through the window. The girlfriend screams. The hand grabs the top of her boyfriend's head and starts to slowly twist it around.
Oh my
No
God.
matter how much she swerves the car, the girlfriend can't knock the mouse off the roof. Round and round her boyfriend's head goes. Crunch. His vertebrae
Oh,
detached
no.
and grate against each other. His head is looking all the way backwards at
Oh,
his feet.
God.
Minnie keeps turning it, round and round, until he's looking straight forwards again.
The crackling
Neck crumpled and
sounds,
splitting.
dude.
Eyes
Oh
lifeless.
no.
Minnie puts a hand to her mouth and giggles. Oops. The road disappears from under the car,
What
and it
the
free falls for a
hell,
second,
dude?
the nose tipping forward. Crash. The nose lands first, tipping the car forwards and throwing the girlfriend through what remains of the windscreen.
Dang.
She tumbles across the sand, feeling her arms snapping underneath her as she goes.
Dude, the
Blur, she
storytelling's
tries to get to
so
her feet,
awesome right now.
collapses.
Dr.
Holding onto her
Bob
back,
is great,
she
dude.
stares up at the stars as the sea laps against her cheek. A pair of giant round ears with a little pink bow block
Oh
her
my
view.
God. Listen to the murder music
Minnie
right now.
peers down at her, spotting the girl's broken arm. With two giant gloved hands, she reaches down and takes the arm in her grip, breaking it back the other way and shoving it together until it resembles how it used to look. Minnie gives her the double thumbs up.
Dr. Minnie.
The girlfriend doesn't even try to move. This is it. She's accepted her fate. But Minnie looks sad. Putting her hands under the girlfriend's armpits, she lifts her up and puts her back on her feet. She makes that same shooting motion Mickey did before. The girlfriend stumbles back a couple of paces, but falls over again. Exasperated, Minnie throws her hands in the air, picks the girlfriend up again, and puts her back on her feet. Minnie points at her. You. She then makes a little running motion with her fingers.
You better
and points
run.
off up the beach.
She likes to
You
chase.
Just kill me. the girlfriend says, exhaustion racking her every word. Minnie puts her head in her hands, even more exasperated than before. The mouse puts her hands together and makes a begging motion. Please? The girlfriend just stands there.
Dude.
Minnie throws her arms in the air, looks down at the girl, and shrieks, baring all her teeth. She stays put. Minnie pushes her over, jumps down into a straddling position, and punches the girlfriend in the head with her gloved hand.
God.
Pain fills the girl's head, shooting the fear back into her. With nothing left, the girl pushes herself free and stumbles away from Minnie. She hobbles up the beach, blood flowing freely down either side of her head. She's going as fast as she can, but it's barely faster than a walk. Behind her, Minnie is covering her eyes and counting on an outstretched hand.
My God.
Hide and seek. There's nowhere for her to go, though.
Jesus,
nowhere to hide.
Dude, this
They're
is
just on an open
so
beach, stretching out in
gruesome.
front of her and behind her. Nowhere to go except she splashes out into the sea, up to her knees, her waist, her chest.
She's
Now
gonna try to
just
swim?
fully swimming. Her broken arm screams at her from the motion. She barely has the strength to kick. Salt water splashes up into her
this is
ear
straight
holes
out of a
and
horror
feels
movie,
like it's
dude.
washing straight into her brain. The world sounds strange and choked. The girl cranes her neck around to see Minnie standing on the shore. The mouse waves at her enthusiastically. The girl waves back. Minnie giggles. The two of them stay like that for almost an hour, the girl steadily dying in the sea, trying to stay afloat, Minnie waiting enthusiastically on the shore.
Oh
With
no.
each wave, the girl is slowly brought closer and closer to the mouse, until she's lying helplessly at the creature's giant feet.
Gosh.
The last thing she sees is a pair of giant, round ears. Turns out she had been wrong.
Dude.
You can absolutely win a fight with a pair of Minnie Mouse ears. Next time you're considering going
That's
on
good
vacation in the
stuff,
state
man.
of Florida, it would be wise of you to avoid reading any brochures you may come across, just in case you come across SCP-3640.
Oh my
A seemingly
God.
harmless brochure.
The brochure is the SCP?
SCP-3640 can be
What?
found all across the state, though it is currently unknown how they come into being. These brochures will promote self-guided tours within the state, all
Right.
of areas that have particular ghost stories, folklore, or rumors of hauntings.
Does it
attached to them.
compel you to go?
These tours are free and promise tourists an
course.
up-close and personal look at the haunted history of Florida. However, most are not prepared for just how up-close these tours end up being. If you read this brochure and decide to go along to the location advertised at the time it lists, you will be met with instances of SCP-3640-Alpha. In this case, these creatures manifested themselves as Mickey and
But they
Minnie
can
Mouse.
manifest themselves
However,
into
they can take the
multiple
form
ways?
of any uniformed mascots associated with the Walt Disney Media conglomerate. These mascots will hunt you down mercilessly.
There's a
but
lot
with
of
all the charm
Disney
and
characters
squeaky
that can
clean
be
joy
very
we all know
scary.
and love. Live ammunition does little to stop these SCPs when directed at the body, but a clean headshot has been proven to do the trick.
So
It
you
is
can
fortunate
kill
then
him
for
like
our
Mickey.
tourist couple that Mickey's head was impaled on the railing. What is less fortunate, however, is that they were there together. This is because SCP-3640 has a few interesting rules for how it operates.
Okay.
In order for SCP-3640-Alpha instances to engage in the hunt, every member of the party has to have read the brochure. If a group of 5 go to a haunted house at the designated time, but only 4 of them have read the brochure, they will enjoy a nice, spooky, but safe evening.
Wow.
If all members of the party have read the brochure, however, the same number of mascots will manifest and hunt them down.
Jeez.
For a group of 20 college students, you can only imagine the colorful range of Disney characters that come out
Wow.
to play. These SCPs
Deadly
will
looking
also only
Bambi?
remain within their state borders. If you find yourself being hunted down, you can either run for the border or find a good place to hide until the times allotted for your self-guided tour come to
Oh
an
my
end.
God, dude.
It remains unclear how these SCPs grow, reproduce, or where they go outside of their hunting times, if they continue to exist at all. Who knows? There are a lot of back rooms in Disney World with all mascot costumes lying around.
It's true.
The Walt Disney Company is under continuous surveillance to ascertain any link between SCP-3640 and the brand themselves. To this day,
course.
a letter from the company to a local governor in 1979 is the only tie to have been found between them
Wow,
and the
look how
creatures.
creepy
It
looking,
reads,
man.
Dear Governor Askew, the Walt Disney Company thanks you for your cooperation in this matter regarding the unlicensed Walt Disney character operators. Please pass along the following information collected by the outstanding men
So
and
they're-
women of the City of Orlando's Police Department.
They're
the
treating
Florida
it just
National
like
Guard. If a
crazies
character
in
is spotted,
costumes.
call to get its attention and then rapidly flash your flashlights at the costume. If it does not flinch, fire on sight. Aim at the
Wow.
head if possible. Else, aim at the knees to disable them, and then finish them off with headshots. Body shots have been known to lack effectiveness. Deceased
Damn.
characters are to be incinerated. No other means of disposal are advised.
Wow.
We are currently pursuing alternative legal means of shutting down
Daisy
these
Duck?
unlicensed operators and hope to
Jeez.
achieve a settlement within the end of the year. Cordially yours, the Walt Disney
The Walt
Company.
Disney Company. I ain't gonna lie, man. There's a lot of creepy things, okay? Pretty much anything that's designed to be cute, that tries to be scary or is portrayed, creepy, can be very creepy, especially like Disney characters, man. Mickey Mouse laughing at you and chasing you with blood dripping down his maw after you just bit somebody that you were with, dude. That's crazy, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one was awesome. Make sure to subscribe to Dr. Bob if you enjoyed this reaction. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos too. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.